welcome back. This is John's dad, and you joined the video series on planning for and hiking the King's Trail in Sweden. In Swedish, the King's Trail is called Kungsleden, which, guess what, translates to the King's Trail. In this video, we'll briefly cover the history and general information about Kungsleden. I'll introduce Kungsleden so you feel comfortable. If you're watching this series to decide if you want to hike Kungsleden or not, just skip to the end. Save your time. You do want to do it. You will never regret the experiences. Kungsleden was first imagined by a group of professors at the Uppsala University in the late 1800s. It stretches 420 kilometers, or about 300 miles, in the remote Swedish mountains between Hemavan in the south, past Jäkvik, Ammarnäs, Kvikkjokk, Skerfe, Saltelukta, Vakotavara, Sengi, Selke, Kebnekaise, and Alesjara, to Abisko in the north. These names mean nothing to you now, but once you finish your hike, you'll have a personal relationship with each. Most often, you will find yourself above tree line with views that are limited only by remote ridges and an occasional cloud. There are tons of bridges to walk over, and there are 7 required water crossings. You'll descend from the infinite views on top of the mountains, down through the pine and birch forest to the water's edge, where you might decide to borrow a rowboat or hire a motorboat to ferry you to the other side.
And in the video you say, "Captain, my captain."
On land, the summer Kungsleden is marked by red or orange blazes. The winter Kungsleden is lined with red crosses at the top of tall poles. The winter trail goes over water that is frozen solid in the winter, so don't think you can use it as a shortcut in the summertime. Usually the two trails run together. Watch carefully on your maps for where they diverge. Where the two trails run together, they're represented by a solid line on the map. The winter Kungsleden, when it is alone, is dashes, and the Kungsleden that you'll probably be following mostly is dots. You can reach the trailheads by foot, car, train, bus, and even helicopter. Many hikers drink water straight from the rivers, streams, and lakes. Some use the traditional wooden cup you see here. They hang it within easy reach on their backpacks. When thirsty, they just dip the cup in a nearby stream and take a sip. A collapsible rubber cup is pretty common now, too. You don't need a water filter. The water is clear of sediment and fairly pure. I recommend that you at least treat your water chemically before drinking it. I met some people at this bridge who were begging others for Imodium because they were suffering from diarrhea. You can sleep in your tent for free almost anywhere you like because of a law called Allemansrätten, or every man's right. I'll cover that in a future video. Don't bother bringing your hammock though. While using a hammock is absolutely permitted, you will be missing 2 key requirements most nights. You can also pay to stay in mountain cabins which have bunk beds and a common room with tables and a propane stove. They do not have electricity or running water. Well, there is running water, but it's in a nearby stream or lake. You share a big pail to fetch some for the group. You can tent near the mountain cabins and use the common room for a small fee, or hike further and camp for free somewhere up the trail when you get tired. Mountain stations are a little more fancy with electricity, running hot water, flush toilets, showers, excellent restaurants, saunas, laundry, very slow Wi-Fi, and the same bunk beds as the mountain cabins. These are good places to take a rest day. They're often located at common trailheads. You can buy food and other supplies in all of the mountain stations and in about half of the mountain cabins. I cover resupply in detail in my book, and we'll talk about it in general in a video that's dropping in a couple weeks. Expect prices to be about 50% higher than you would see at home because deliveries in the mountains are often made by snowmobile or helicopter. You will be able to find everything you require, but wants and desires may need to be compromised, especially near the end of the hiking season. Some of the villages along your way, like Ammernes, Jakvik, Kvikjok, have typical grocery stores which can cater to Kungsleden hikers too. Freeze-dried meals, bars, snacks, ice cream, pizza, candy. This is the Godisfabriken. This is the candy factory. There's something here for every taste. The weather can change drastically and quickly. Expect temperatures from below freezing to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or maybe 20 degrees Celsius on the same day. You can expect it to rain on about half of the days. I was lucky that it only rained 10 days during my hike. You will need rain pants. Don't believe people who tell you to save the weight and leave them at home. Check out my Monday Mistakes video for more background on my experience with rain pants on Kungsleden. Sometimes close and sometimes far away, you will see reindeer every day. I didn't intend for that to rhyme. It just happened this time. Thanks for watching this series on Kungsleden. If you have questions, please leave them below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the rest of the Kungsleden series. If you have a friend who likes adventures, share this video with them so you can start planning your Kungsleden hike together. The first half of my book, John's Dad Hikes Kungsleden, covers in great detail all the planning and logistics needed. It includes decision-making tools and checklists so you don't forget anything. The second half of the book shares the daily views, challenges, and experiences with my newfound hiking friends from all over the world. Please download a sample of the Amazon Kindle version. The link is in the video notes. The paperback version works well for somebody who is actually going to plan their hike. The Kindle version is perfect for research or general information. In these Kungsleden videos, I will teach you some basic Swedish words that will help you on your hike. The first one is hej då. Hej då.